welcome to Bimbo Summit.
Hey, welcome.
Hey, this is Bimbo
Hey, we're
Summit.
gonna circle back to you on that one.
Whoa. What the hell is she talking about?
Get out of here. That's good. That's great.
Get.
That's my way of bringing up the subject in a roundabout way.
Yeah, all right. Today we're going to be talking about circles, the shape. We love, it's one of the best shapes. It's easily top 5 for me. I don't know about everybody else. And we're doing this because...
Rhombus, clumming to close second.
Yeah, that's good. I like a star.
That's not a shape.
It's a shape. It's a fucking shape. It's on my child's shape sorter.
That's like entry level.
Whoa. A circle's not entry level?
Yeah, that's like basic shit.
It's a polygon.
Izzy says it's a polygon. That's a shape.
Yeah, but like...
Yeah, but a star's not a shape.
But like a circle's like a shape.
What?
You know? It's like a circle is like 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 a molecule, like an element. A circle's like carbon or something, and a shape is like a milkshake, or a star is like a milkshake. You know
what?
It's like made up of many.
Yeah, a star is like a milkshake.
Stars exist in nature. What aren't snowflakes like? Isn't that the same shape? Isn't it like?
That's not a shape.
Circle.
That's made of many different shapes. Anyway, so we're going to be doing this, and we're doing this because last time I made us do a 2.5 hour episode about Richard Nixon, and we got a timer, and we are just gonna.
We have a real actual timer going.
We are gonna keep it tight. So this was the shape disagreement, and now moving on.
This is gonna be like an episode of The West Wing. If it was
Walk and
better
talk.
Because they talked about shapes instead
Walk and talk, Josh.
Walk and talk.
What's going on with Mr. Bartlett and his sad MS, you know? None of that on this show. On this show, it's going to be like, what is a circle? Which I put to the group. What is a circle?
A circle is a shape that can fit all other shapes within it.
Whoa.
Round.
Globe.
A globe and a shape
Spiral.
are not... Wait, a globe and a circle are not the same thing.
Yeah,
Wait,
that's a sphere.
A globe... A sphere and a circle are not the same thing, right? If we're gonna be like,
no, they're not.
If we're gonna be rigid about our shapes, like stars don't count. If stars don't count, then we have to say that circles and spheres are different things.
Well, I mean, are we dealing in 3D here? Because I feel like if we're talking about 3D shapes, that's a whole different.
Actually, some of the circle-related topics we're talking about today are 3-dimensional.
Oh,
but some are not.
Well, I mean. A sphere is just like a bunch of circles of different sizes stacked on top of each other.
That's true.
Starting
snowman.
Yeah. No.
Wait.
No, not like that.
No.
It's a bunch of other circles contained within itself.
Right. Yeah. They're
like
circles of graduating larger and then smaller again size.
Yeah.
A circle also is symmetrical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. A lot of shapes are symmetrical, though.
Because if it's not symmetrical, it's an oval.
Well, yeah, it is.
Symmetricals are... Ovals are symmetrical, just not all the way around.
Let me Google what a circle is real quick.
Ovals are symmetrical if you cut them long ways or if you cut them short ways, but not if you cut them diagonally.
That's true.
A circle is symmetrical from any direction.
The circle of life.
A triangle is too, right? The circle of life. Is a circle the same thing as a cycle?
I think so. I think a circle can be a cycle.
It says it's a shape.
I think it has to be.
It says it's a shape consisting of all points in a plane that are at a given distance from a given point, the center.
Points. But is that not true about a square also?
They're not all at the same distance from the center, right?
Oh, that's right. They're not all at the same distance. No, they're not.
The corners are like farther away.
Okay, so it's the only shape where every part of the border of it is the same distance from the center of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. How do circles figure into your day-to-day life? Are they important to you?
Yeah.
Like, what's your favorite thing that's a circle?
Pizza.
Pizza's technically... Well, it's not a sphere.
No.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, it is a circle for
it's
sure.
It's a fat circle. It's a big fat circle. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think that if we're talking about circles in real life, we're going to have to acknowledge that they're going to have some thickness to them, and not because otherwise it would just be, abstract. We're going to have to just be a little bit looser than Like, yes, a pizza is not all on one plane, but we can kind of.
But it
pretend
is a circle.
Yeah, it's a circle.
It is in the shape of a circle.
It's not a perfect circle.
Your favorite band?
My favorite band.
The circle that I experience in my everyday life is the circle of life.
Whoa.
Which propels me as a person who's moving with gravitational force because of the circling of the globe.
Yeah.
The constant spinning.
The spinning.
In a circle.
You know, I've established on this podcast before that I'm like not interested in space, but like if someone really put a gun to my head and sat me down and was like,
Yeah.
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 What would they say to you, Sarah?
What are we doing?
I'm not totally sure.
So they sit you down and they put a gun to your head, and then what?
And then they ask me like, which one goes around which one?
What do you mean?
Like the sun and the earth and the moon?
They
all go around the sun.
Oh, okay. I mean,
but yeah, the moon goes around the earth.
No, like I definitely knew that they all go around the sun.
You weren't sure though.
No, I definitely no. That one I definitely knew. I knew that one definitely. And of course, the moon goes around the earth and not the other way around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but they're all moving.
They're all moving.
Yeah, they are all constantly
in a way that not
in a circle.
all going around each other.
But the moon is.
They are all going
isn't
around
rotating.
each other. Yeah, that's true.
But it is.
No, it's
orbiting.
tidally locked.
Yeah.
Right, because the
Who
moons
didn't
are like the
believe me?
planet's little friends.
The moon is oval shaped.
Somebody I was talking
What?
to about the moon didn't believe me that it came up. And I was like, and you know, it's tidally locked. And I forgot who it was, but somebody was like, that's no way. I don't buy it. And I thought, you know what? I can't verify that. Well, I don't know.
Yeah,
you know,
But we took a class about it. We took a physics class about the moon.
We did. That was like the last class I ever took before, you know, never going back to college again. And I was like, oh, that was so much fun. I probably shouldn't have taken all those, you know, I shouldn't have taken all those poetry classes or whatever. I was like, I really enjoyed that a lot. Oops.
Yeah, Dylan and I took a physics class together.
Time to go work in a
And
restaurant.
liked it.
With a punk rocker.
Yeah. He was like, you think the sun is cool? Well, guess what? The sun fucking sucks.
Did he say that to him? The sun fucking sucks?
Basically did. I think that he had a PowerPoint slide I remember once that had a picture of like the sun burning, you know, and I think it just said the sun is horrifying.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's
solar flares. That's scary.
What is that? That's the thing.
I don't want that to get me.
You're just thinking about this because you recently watched the Cillian Murphy movie about turning off the sun, right?
Oh my God, Sunshine! You guys have to watch that movie.
I started
listeners.
watching it and I stopped, but it was like 10 years ago that happened. You think I should give it another try?
It stars Cillian Murphy.
Was he still in his
can't go wrong.
Extremely severe androgynous hot boy phase?
Yeah, he looks like a beautiful doll.
Oh, yeah.
That someone has been left on the shelf for a while.
He kind of does. He looks like, what's that doll you always talk about, Bram?
Brahms. He looks like Brahms, kind of.
He kind of does. It's like the only thing that keeps him from being like truly hot is that he looks a little bit like a haunted porcelain doll. There's a movie that's like not very good. That's like an independent movie called Disco Pigs, but it's like him and, you know, he's a teenager in it, or playing a teenager, and is like, he has like a best friend, and they've been like codependent best friends for life, but then they go through puberty, and it's like, whoa, they're like boy girl friends, and they're like too attached to each other, and he plays like a psycho, and he's always like busting people's lips. He looks good in that movie. You can watch it on mute. It's in like a weird Irish dialect. It's almost unwatchable without subtitles.
Hey, I googled some basic information about circles because I came unprepared, and it says that the first circle was invented by a Greek guy named Thales in 650 BC. So I'm like, before that, there weren't circles.
How do you do that? How do you invent it?
It says that he described it.
Oh, okay.
But also, like, That must have been before homosexuality doomed the Greeks, like Richard Nixon said.
Right.
And then it also says that some famous examples of circles are pizzas, camera lenses, and buttons. So
Yeah.
that's some background for you
I
guys
love
out there.
buttons. That's a great circle.
They have all those things in Canada, right? Yeah.
Buttons.
Oh,
Homosexuality.
yeah.
Buttons.
Speaking of Canada.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of Canada. So, our first real kind of circle-related topic that we're extremely prepared to talk about and have researched extensively is the crop circle. And our research consisted of course, watching 15 minutes of an episode of Unsolved Mysteries about a crop circle in Edmonton. What province is that, Dylan? Edmonton?
That's in Alberta, Sarah.
Alberta, Canada.
Yeah.
And that's the part of Canada that's it's just right there in the middle. Is that right?
It's like kind of west.
Oh, okay. It's
like
part that's
middle.
in the west.
It's like above like the west. It's above like Colorado and all that jazz.
Is it above the Dakota? The North Dakota?
That might be
the Montana?
Oh.
It's around there. That might be Saskatchewan. Where's Saskatchewan?
These people have accents
and
that to me
Manitoba.
they sound pretty Midwestern, but then they say bean instead of bin. Bean.
I feel like in my head, it's like British Columbia, and then next to that going east is Alberta, I think. I could be wrong. I'm so sorry, Canadians.
They can correct us if they want to. We won't learn or listen, but they can try. So, there really wasn't anything in this Unsolved Mysteries episode about crop circles that was, like, particularly different from any of your standard crop circle stories. It was like some farmers, someone said, hey, there's a circle in your crop. They were like, oh, the animals lie down there. And they were like, no, sir, this is a big circle. And then they went outside as a big ass circle, Looked like a standard American crop circle. Just regular old. And of course, they claim, no, this one could not have been made by people. Why? Well, it just couldn't have. Looked too fancy.
Yeah, it was too cool.
Now they did bring in some experts, and I, heavy air quotes around experts, who say that they put the grain under a microscope, and it was not bent in the way that it would have been if people did it. Now, how do they know that?
Yeah, I don't know if that's because couldn't people bend it any which way? Really, I feel like.
Yeah, they said it was changed at a cellular level.
Right. Mm-hmm. And they didn't explain
and
how.
I don't know what that means at all.
To me, it means nothing.
Like it was like burned or something?
Yeah.
Well, if that were true, they could have just said that.
Lasered.
It
was lasered from the sky.
Yeah. They said, like, at a lab at a university in Massachusetts. Like, so that you would think it was Harvard or MIT, right? But then you look and it's like, it had some kind of crazy acronym that, of course, now I don't remember.
Oh, it was called BLT.
Thank you. It was BLT. Yep. That's
BLT.
right. Was that the Boston BLT crop circles? What do you think that stands for? The Boston Lab of Technology?
Naming your organization after a sandwich is a really... it's a really sick move. Especially if you're researching something so silly.
BLT Research. Here it is. Here's their website. Let's see if I can get it to... Well, their logo is a picture of a piece of wheat. This website has not been updated in a minute. And I don't see anything on the main page of their website that explains what BLT stands for.
Braintree Lab Techs.
Braintree.
But they didn't say, did they? So they want you to think it's going to be MIT, but really it's
they say they're in Cambridge. So that's
okay.
That's Harvard.
But is it like a...
I love this site.
Yeah. Is it like some guy in a house and then you got a P.O. box and registered an LLC, though?
Sexist. It's a woman named Nancy Talbot and her P.O. box number is 410051.
I apologize to women. You guys can be weird.
Yeah, thank you.
Be weird frauds, too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Some of the best weird frauds out there.
Yeah, that's true. Women are good scammers because we know how to lie to men. Nancy Talbot of the BLT is a music producer with a research background at the University of Maryland and at Harvard College. Why does it say Harvard College and not Harvard University?
There's probably another Harvard college.
Yeah, definitely.
BLT is named for the research team founders, Burke, Levitt, and Talbot.
Huh. Oh, okay.
Great. I was kind of skimming this many paragraph long history and not finding an obvious solution.
Yes, third paragraph.
But yeah, if you're interested in this, it's bltresearch.com. Magnetic materials in the soils, plant abnormalities. They have some published papers. I wonder whether they've been published. The Journal of Scientific Exploration. That sounds real. Physiology Planetarum. That's in Latin, so it's definitely real.
I'm looking at some pictures of some crop circles from 2003, and let me tell you, this is like somebody with a lawnmower did this.
Yeah.
Like, I was really expecting it to be, like, very cool.
Here's the thing about crop circles. I also read the Wikipedia article, so I'm now a famous expert. In the 90s, there were these, like, teenagers in England who were like, let's do this. It'll be cool. Maybe it was the 80s, whatever. And they did a bunch of crop circles, and they looked really awesome. And they did it with, like, a board, which they show in the Unsolved Mysteries. I have, like, a childhood image of seeing this, like, debunked on television at some point. And,
I know, me too.
Yeah, and it's like a guy with a board in a field, just, like, stepping on the board to flatten the crops. They do, like, crop circle contests now, like, who can make the coolest one. And they can make really intricate ones using a board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they said that there was an like, compasses didn't work near the thing.
Oh, that silly guy they talked to.
Yeah, how'd they make compasses not work near the thing?
The man who seemed to be on the verge of tears the entire time they were speaking to him.
Was this the guy from, like, the Canadian Crop Circle Research?
Oh, it sure was. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know if I trust that guy. I don't know.
Definitely not.
I feel like he might have, like, some kind of, like, ghost hunter tier equipment, and he might just be, like, pointing a weird antenna, and if it hits, like, three bars on the electrolife meter, it's an abnormal reading or whatever.
Yeah, and he, like, forgot he had a really strong magnet in his pocket from when he was, like, doing experiments earlier for fun. Just, any old shit. I just don't see any reason why this would be aliens.
Yeah, what are they doing in like, what? Why do they?
It's graffiti.
Persistently want to land in fields and just kind of
hang
aliens.
Out.
It's graffiti. They're just doing their tag.
Yeah, that's just their tag.
It's like rowdy aliens are like, they want to let off some steam, so they come to Earth's atmosphere and they just like do like a weird circle, and we can't read it, but in their language it says like fuck.
Yeah. There's no reason why aliens wouldn't have teenagers also.
Yeah,
that's
seriously.
true. Yeah.
What are alien teens supposed to do, huh?
Yeah.
Rush Roswell.
They probably have their own, like, thing, right? They have, like, alien high school.
Their own culture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's totally different. Like, I mean, American teenagehood didn't really exist until, like, the 50s, right? So maybe they don't have teenagers. Maybe aliens just, like, work all day, all night, thanklessly for the man.
Maybe they, like, grow in a vat. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or, like, okay, but, like, the crop circles thing, like, I love it. Okay, I don't love it, actually. But, like, what I'm trying to say is that I guess I'm such a skeptic about this because, like, it's so boring. Like, why would anyone...
Like, aliens would do something cooler.
Yeah, like, if this is, like, a prank or something from alien teens, wouldn't it be, like, funnier?
Well, maybe they have really different senses of humor than us.
Like, this is not funny at all. This is just like, hey, we put a circle in your rural field area. We put a shape in it.
Yeah. I mean, I get what you're saying. I think it makes more sense that it's American and British hippies.
That seems like something they would do.
Yeah, it absolutely seems like something they would do. But hey, we have to...
I would do that.
I would do that. That's like a good way to spend an evening. It's better than tipping cows, right?
being outside, hanging out with your friends. Maybe you drink a few brewskis while you paddle the wheat.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
Just me and Tanner out there in the field paddling the wheat. You got a steak and shake afterwards with the boys. You know?
Yeah, that sounds sick.
That does. Yeah. That's like a good rural activity if you like already went mudding. You know,
throw your paddles in the back of the pickup.
Yeah. If anyone wants to, if anyone who listens to podcasts has ever done crop circles and wants to like show us, we'll go. I'll go, right? You go?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Dylan, will you go to the field?
I would.
With Tanner?
I don't want to go in. Well, yeah. I'll go to the
field. Go with Tanner. What are you scared of?
Spiders in the corn.
Come on. There's spiders. Just wear pants.
Spider webs in the corn. In between the corns. I don't like wading into cornfields because you get hit with a big spider web and there's a big corn spider in there.
What's a corn spider? That's not real.
Yeah, it's a real guy.
No, that's not real. That's not a real guy. A corn
you gotta watch
spider?
out for the corn spiders.
Come on now. All right, you're just doing Halloween stuff.
No, I'm not.
You're just saying Halloween words.
Spooky Halloween.
I don't believe in that.
In Halloween?
Yeah.
Like that it exists, or
I don't.
You think it's devil stuff?
I don't practice it.
I want to try to go to a corn maze in Colorado for Halloween.
Ooh, you should, because you'll be there on Halloween Day, right?
Yeah, but I don't know if they grow corn in Colorado.
I'm opposed to it.
You're opposed to Halloween?
Yeah, I'm against it.
Because of the spider imagery?
No, because I don't have any friends.
Oh.
And it looks
pass out candy.
It looks fun, and then I see all the other people having fun, and it makes me angry. So I'm against it. And I want it.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm fine. I'm good. I don't whatever. I'm cool. It's fine.
It's
whatever.
Fine.
Yeah, but they should make it illegal though.
Oh. You know, I think Halloween definitely was my favorite holiday when I was a kid. It's probably still my favorite holiday, even though it's kind of like a dead zone in your late 20s. And now that I have a kid, I think it can be my favorite holiday again because, like, you know, we can trick or treat with him. I can't remember where I was going with this at all. Oh, here's where I was going with this. People who do fucking trunk or treats, people who do fucking trick or treat in the mall. Anyone who does
that sucks.
Any shit that's trick or treating related that's not on Halloween night in a neighborhood with human fucking normal houses, it is not fit for Halloween. Like, you gotta fucking commit. You gotta go do it on the day. If you're like, oh, it's a weekday, you're a pussy. Like, you don't deserve Halloween. This shit makes me so mad. They're like, it's not safe. What are you talking about? Is this the 80s? Like, do you think there's a razor blade? They never actually find that shit. People are insane. Trunk or treat. It's so upsetting. Not my kid.
Yeah, it sounds terrible. But Dylan loves it. I think Dylan is leading his local trunk or treat in Louisville.
Yeah,
there's no spiders.
It's for adults who don't have any friends, and it's any adults who don't have any friends can come down. People kind of have piles of candy, and we don't, because we're adults, we don't really want the candy, and you just kind of, you can dress up or not.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty great.
So it's just adults in a parking lot.
Yeah, it's just like, there's not. Last year there wasn't. Well, really, nobody brought candy.
If you want adults in the parking lot, why don't you just go hang out with the drag racers?
People were really shy too. People stayed like 3 spaces apart in the parking lot. Like I saw people. I didn't meet any people, but I saw some people there.
This country's falling apart at the seams. You gotta go door to door. And I do mean you, Dylan.
Yeah, Dylan, you should go door to door, try to find a friend.
I tried to give out candy one year, and then no one came, and then I had to make the neighbor kid have a candy.
Yeah.
Are you on the second floor?
Yeah, but like I sat on the porch with candy.
But you're like not really in a neighborhood, right?
I'm in a neighborhood.
Well, then why don't people come to your house?
I don't know.
Because everyone's going to fucking trunk or treat. They're doing fake Halloween.
It's also like weirdly early now, right? Like it starts
here.
At
it's like
5 or
it's
something.
It's like 5:30 to 8:30.
Yeah.
It's weird because it's like just before daylight savings time, which apparently we're going to repeal in Indiana. Do you know that? It's going away again.
Whoa.
Isn't that great?
We can't make up our damn minds.
I know we can't. Like I remember when they brought it back. We were like what in late elementary school.
Yeah.
When they were like, we're doing it again. I remember being so pissed off about it now. The Wikipedia article for daylight savings time in Indiana is really funny.
I think they changed it in the 70s.
They have changed it so many times.
They're flip-flopping.
And Indiana's weird because, like, Evansville is not on the same time zone as the rest of us. Chicagoland is not on the same time zone as the rest of us.
Yeah.
We cannot decide. We've been in so many different time zones. And
Indiana used to have, like, 4 time zones, too. There was, like, there was, like, a part of, like, southwestern Indiana that was, like, Central Time Daylight Savings, and then there was Eastern Time Daylight Savings, Eastern Time Non-Daylight Savings. And so it was like both versions of both.
But no, we're Eastern and we're doing away with it. That
means we're not going to be on the same time zone anymore.
Oh, fuck me. Is that true? No, we will. Yeah. Oh, shit.
Because I'm Eastern Daylight.
Half the time we won't.
Yeah.
It's so annoying. Everyone should stop.
Like, just throw the clocks away.
Yeah.
Just go by the bio.
Yeah. Yeah, just, like, what time does your body feel like it is?
Yeah, well, I mean, I feel like I wake up and am tired at the same time every single day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just get used to it.
And that's a problem with the sun.
This comes back to the sun, which Sarah doesn't know if it revolves around us or we revolve around it.
In a way, aren't we all revolving around each other?
That's true, like a circle.
A beautiful circle.
Another circle is the traffic circle.
Yeah, the roundabout.
Yeah.
Is this one of those things that has like a million colloquial names?
I think so.
I refer to this item as a roundabout. When I lived in Maryland, because it's so insanely crowded there, because there's too many people and they should all leave, there's like...
where should they go?
They have like half of them should leave. Well, the thing is, like, you know, when I lived in Annapolis...
They need to take refuge somewhere.
Pennsylvania's not very full.
That's true.
Even, like, actually, Western Maryland is not very full either. But a lot of people way too close to that stupid bay. Get away from there. Maryland has a bunch of, like, double 2-lane roundabouts that I found very scary when I first was living there. Also because people in Maryland are insanely bad drivers. So are you fully against the roundabout, Izzy?
I've never had a good roundabout experience, personally. It's always stressed me out a little bit. Mm-hmm. Even if it's just me. Because it's like, wait, how do you know there's so many exits.
Sometimes there's 2 lanes that both peel off next to each other. That's scary. What the fuck's that about?
Yeah.
You know, Carmel, Indiana, the most roundabouts per capita anywhere.
Really?
Yeah, it's rich people shit.
It's rich people shit, right? Because in the county, you don't need more than a 2-way stop.
A 2-way's plenty good. 2-way is all you need. Don't even need a 4-way, let alone a fucking rotary.
The roundabout is the most efficient because the cars can remain in motion.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a roundabout work well. I'm not always against them, to be honest with you.
Wheels are circles, too. That's crazy.
Well,
damn, now I'm thinking about all the
crazy.
different circles. It's, like, kind of trippy.
So is part of why roundabouts can cause tornadoes because they are a circle, the cars are going in a circle around them, and the wheels are all circles at once?
Yeah.
And that kicks up the circle air.
Yes.
So there are people that really do think that roundabouts cause tornadoes.
Tornadoes.
At least one guy.
At least one guy.
We didn't have tornadoes here until we started putting into traffic circles. Because on the count of, you want to know why? When people go round and round in circles, it causes disturbance in the atmosphere and causes tornadoes.
Izzy brought up something she had heard of, which was news to me, which is that there are people out there in the world who believe roundabouts can cause tornadoes.
And I agree with them.
Yeah, tell me why.
Well, you don't know, there's no tornadoes. And then there's development in your neighborhood.
Oh.
And then suddenly there's tornadoes? Mm-hmm. Where else are we generating that much force in a circle in our town?
So my understanding, and of course a tornado itself is a circle.
A tornado is a circle for sure.
That's true. Circle begets circle,
Circle begets circle, exactly.
Yeah, circle makes circle.
It's like cars, which are made of circles.
Yeah.
Yep.
Going in a circle, making a big wind circle.
Yeah.
It's been put to me before, and tell me what you think about this. The tornado is caused when the hot air meets the cold air, and the two airs are going in different directions. And Tornado Alley, Oklahoma, what have you, northern Texas, all those places are so prone to tornadoes because the hot air comes up from the Gulf of Mexico, and the cold air meets it, like T-bones it, kind of coming from like the mountains in California and such, all that shit, Colorado, those places, and the hot air and the cold air, they hit each other and then they circle around. Now, is that happening in a roundabout?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, because the cars bring in the hot air, and then the other cars bring in the wet, cold air.
Dang.
Right.
Actually,
because of the backdraft.
Because they're all coming from all directions because of a circle.
Right.
That all the elements are converging.
Yeah.
That actually I'm converted. I believe this now. Yeah, this makes sense.
It makes sense. It just makes sense. It makes complete sense to me.
It just makes sense.
Now, in this article, they spoke to some like weather fucking writers, like whatever that means, and they're like, "That's not possible. That could never happen. That doesn't make any sense." Now, he does say, this man, weather writer Dennis Mercereau, can't trust him, sounds either French Canadian or regular French. Either way, we're not going there. Maybe you could start a dust devil. Now, come on. If it can make a dust devil, why would it not be able to make a tornado?
Exactly.
That's the same thing except dry and cold.
Yeah.
Dry versus wet.
Dry versus
wet.
Yeah. So it's
like,
settled.
If it moves the air in a circle, sometimes the air going to be warm, sometimes it's going to be cold or wet or dry. That could make a tornado for sure. And if it's raining, what if it's raining too?
Woo boy.
Get
if it's
out
raining,
of here.
you're screwed. Now, Izzy pointed out when we were, preparing extensively for this episode that a tornado is also maybe a cone.
Yeah.
If it touches down and it has a tip, that's a cone.
And what do we say about a cone?
When you see a cone,
leave it alone.
Leave it alone.
Leave it alone. Cones are dangerous, almost always.
To really understand this episode, you may need to go back and listen to our cone episode. If you want to get like a full picture of all the shapes that matter to us.
I think that's
and
where the
America.
great shape debate was born. It was in the cone episode, the great shape debate.
But what is a tornado? What is a cone if not many circles?
That's
right.
From smallest to biggest.
From smallest to biggest.
Except the tip, which is a triangle or a triangular prism.
This is the old classic 2D versus 3D shapes problem that we ran into so long ago in this episode when we first started.
About 35 minutes ago, yeah.
Yes, yeah, we ran into this problem right away. But a tornado really is a cone, but a cone is just a bunch of circles, little circles at bottom, and then bigger circles going all the way up.
Exactly.
Wait, what are you saying? It's a prism?
I said
Sarah
the tip
says the tip of a cone is a prism.
I said it is a triangular. What's a triangle sphere called?
A triangle sphere?
A pyramid?
No, but when it's rounded.
A cone.
A
triangle and a sphere is a cone.
Is it? Wait, you're saying the tip of a cone is a prism?
No, I'm saying the tip of a tornado
is a prism.
If a tornado touches down. No, it's open on the bottom. You know what? It circles all the way up.
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 Dylan,
it's just circles.
Haven't you seen a tornado before touch down? Am I lying?
Yeah, that sucked.
You? Oh, yeah. When you were in Kansas?
No, I was in Bloomington.
In Bloomington, Indiana, you saw a tornado touch down?
Yeah, it was 2011, I want to say. And it was the one that wrecked all those houses on Dodd Street.
Oh, yeah. That's next to me.
I was walking home from my job, and the sky got green all of a sudden, and it was raining, and then it got and then the tornado sirens went off, and I was like, this is not good. And then eventually the wind got really crazy, and I saw a bunch of huge branches popping off trees, and I started jogging
Oh my god.
Like not like recreate. I started like running because it was actually like really freaking me out. Like a tree like across the street from me lost like a branch that was like the thickness of my head.
When the
Just
weather
kinda went,
suddenly does that,
It is
like
really scary.
your animal
Yeah.
fear absolutely
like your
kicks
stomach
in.
turns upside down and you're like, I gotta go.
I gotta
And
go.
then
I gotta go.
I stopped at an intersection and I like looked south, and it was just like, oh, yep, that's a tornado. Like it was just.
Were you? This is the part of Dodge
unmistakably
by
big.
Brian Park.
I was on like the near west side at the time. I don't think it was like, I don't know
That's
where
not
it
fucking
was.
Dodds. That's not fucking
Yeah.
Dodds.
No, it wasn't.
Oh,
I mean,
you weren't. I
was. The tornado. I don't know where what the path of the tornado was, but I found out later that it like broke all those houses. Also, it was
Yeah.
the one that killed the big tree in the cemetery. That same.
I know
that same
that
tornado.
was real sad.
A circle
That's-
is
I mean-
responsible for the death of a tree?
Yeah.
Whoa.
That is not
Which
good.
in a way, like a tree is just like a circle too,
It
right?
rings.
a tree.
It's a
yeah,
tall
rings.
circle.
It's a tall
and
circle
circles
that
from
grows.
the inside. Damn.
Yeah, it
a
circles all the way up once again.
Once
Circles
again.
all the way up, but then also like the circles come from the inside too. Circles out and
And
up.
they go out. Yeah, they go outward.
And just like we
Dude.
started with, a cycle is a circle, and what's a tree if not many cycles over and over again? It drops the acorns make new trees, etc.
When my circle ends, I want to come back as a tree.
Why?
Provide.
Yeah, good answer.
Mhm. Yeah.
What if you get chopped down too young and used to make fidget spinners and stuff?
That would be sad.
When my circle ends, I sort of see myself like in a big canopy, and I'm touching my hand to your hands, your guys' hands over
Whoa.
there, and we're communicating via mycelium.
Yeah, that's very nice.
We're doing this
that is
podcast
nice.
in another life, another circle of life. I think we're
As
doing this
trees.
podcast as trees and recording via mycelium.
Yeah. We have about 6 minutes left. Dylan, did you want to talk about how every mystical shape is a circle?
Yeah, we've got a long history of circles here. Now I went on some cool, spiritualism websites
That's cool.
and looked at some like circles and like culture. And some things I found was that circles symbolizes the cyclic nature of the universe.
Totally.
That's wise.
Because
yeah.
birth and death is a circle, and everything on Earth goes through a life cycle. So that's like a circle.
What about a fidget
Even though that's-
spinner?
If I think about it, though, that's a
Those
line.
have circles in them.
That's not a
Yeah,
cycle.
that is a line.
Wait, but it doesn't
That
have a
is a
circle of
straight
life
line.
because it can't be biodegraded.
Should be called the line of life.
Well, if you make it out of a wood tree that used to be Izzy, it would be a circle.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true. But like, there's some ancient symbols in culture, and I almost think like how because it's they said that that guy invented circles in ancient Greece, but like there's so many different circles that were invented all over the world, and it's like what a coincidence.
Yeah.
Like yin yang is a circle.
Yeah.
Yin yang is a circle.
Yin yang.
Actually, has
Ouroboros
circles is a circle.
Ouroboros
Is a circle.
is totally a
Yeah,
circle.
Bjork's tattoo,
Mhm.
circle.
Tree of life is a circle. Well, it's a tree, but it's in a circle on this graphic.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of symbols I've never heard of on here. There's Enso is a circle. This is a traditional
Enzo,
Japanese
like an Italian
circle.
Oh. Spell it.
ENSO. It's an open circle a mandala is a circle.
Oh, a mandala is a circle.
A chakra, but it's kind of like
The butt
amazing.
chakra, or are they all circles?
They're all circles.
Your
They're
butt
like-
is a
it's just-
circle. Like
Your
the,
butt
Your
is-
like the sphincter.
Your body,
you know.
your body has so many sphincters. You
Yeah.
would not believe the number of people hear sphincter and they think butt. But guess
No.
what?
Throat.
There's throat,
Eye.
cervix.
There's probably a sphincter in
Yeah.
your eye.
Probably.
Is
Your
an
eye might
eye
be
a
sphincter.
circle or is an eye a globe?
An eye is a globe.
But that's just more circles, unless you have astigmatism. In which
Are there
case,
any circles in your
it's
body?
an oval. Blood cells
some
are
of those-
circles.
Yeah, blood
They're
cells
little,
are totally
blood cells.
a circle.
they're
Those
little
look
donuts.
so. I
Yeah.
know I'm like
Donuts.
Mrs. Frizzle pilled, but you know in like the Magic School Bus where they like ride on the blood cells, like they're when they're inside the kid's body, the redheaded kid who looks like he's gonna throw up, they go inside his body, and they're like riding his blood cells, and they look like those cool like inner tubes.
A donut is a circle.
A donut.
Whoa.
and a
Doing
bagel.
donuts is a circle.
Whipping shitties.
Whipping shitties is a circle.
Yeah.
Donuts
absolutely.
is like infinite too, because like you cut the circle out of the donut to make it
Yeah.
a donut, but then that's a circle. But then you also have created another circle.
I gotta tell you something about baking, and it's you do not cut. It's. Do you imagine that the way you make a donut or a bagel is you make a flat disc and then you cut the middle out?
Yeah,
No,
That's not how it works.
that is.
Then-
What
it's
about a
not.
donut hole?
that's what I
Yeah,
was gonna say.
a
I had
donut
donut
hole-
holes this morning. Where did they
Yeah,
come from?
A donut
They ju-
hole
that's
is
just-
when you make a circle and you cut out the
It's the
middle and you
punch
fry
out,
the two
Sarah.
of them. It has
When
to
you
be.
make-
There's no other
So
way.
the traditional way of making a bagel, and I assume this is the same for a donut, is that you make like a tube like a worm and then you connect it.
No, you make a disc. You punch out the middle so that
Now,
you can
I'll
have
tell you
donut
the-
bites.
The non-traditional way to make a bagel or a donut is that you take. Well, I don't know
Wait,
about.
but they
actually, I
have
don't
to
know
be the
about a
same
donut.
size.
Bagel. Yeah, you do that through being good at baking. So you make the disc and then you stick your finger right through it and then you like when someone like does a pizza, kind of like that, but with the thing in your finger, like a fidget spinner. That's how you make it. You don't punch it out. I'm sorry.
Agree to
Do you guys think
disagree.
like I know that like not in every way, but like is an egg a circle too?
An egg is an oval,
No, it's an
but an egg
oval.
yolk
But,
is a
like,
circle. An egg
Look
yolk
at it
is
Yeah.
a
from the
circle.
top. But if you look at an egg from the top,
Or the bottom.
Or the
it's a
or
circle.
the- but not the side. But a
That's
yolk is a
crazy because
circle.
it's like perspective, It's like perspective is so important. It's something that like people don't think about that enough.
That's so
They should
true.
teach that in school. They should have like somebody come out with an egg and be like, "What shape is this?" and then turn it on its side and then go, "What shape is it now?"
Yeah, I'd be like, you're fucking stupid if you thought that this was an oval.
And I'm
Fucking
envisioning
idiots.
this is like a college freshman seminar,
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's like when
Just
they
like-
make you paint an egg without using white.
This is like part of orientation, and right after you like pay them your tuition.
You pay the tuition, you
You
go to
pay-
the seminar that's a play about consent, and then they show you the egg.
And then it's run by like a college junior who's an RA but is like teaching the freshman seminar, and it's like, check out this egg. What shape is this egg? Just so you feel like really good about what you did.
Yeah, you're like, I'm totally ready for college.
An egg is a circle too if you look at it from a certain perspective.
Hey, we have 41 seconds left. We're fucking crushing it. Does anyone have anything pressing they need to say about circles?
No, good shape though.
Nope.
Yeah, I think
5.
it's a really good
Yeah.
shape.
Great
Yeah.
shape. Call in about circles. Anything you've thought about them. If you're a hater of circles, we welcome your opinions. This is a place for open dialogue and safe conversations, as long as we all act in good faith. And even though the gods are crazy,
And even though the stars are a circle.
Take care of yourself and stay tuned for pyramids next time
Yeah,
Whoa.
pyramids.
on Shapey
All right.
Summit.